So today we are going to begin with the new topic of the direction sense. Apply those concepts while solving the problems. Listen carefully that it is very easy to learn and solve the basic level of problems which we are going to see in this particular video tutorial. But direction sense is also included in the complex puzzles, complex problems. So this might complicate the situation for the students. So it is very important to get rid of the basics of the direction sense. So we will start with the basics of the direction sense, understand the basic concept, and then move ahead slowly to the difficult level. So let's move ahead. Now let's have a look at the first concept of the direction sense, that is to understand the 8 directions. So there are total 8 directions and I will explain you each one of them individually. So let's draw a plus. So it is a basic understanding that up arrow belongs to the north and opposite to north is south. Now how to identify the east and west? So basically if you are looking at the map of India, you can see that Bombay is on the west side. That is the west side for the Bombay, and Kolkata is on the east side, so that is east. Okay, so these are the 4 directions, and then there are again 4 directions. So exactly between the north and east is the northeast direction. Similarly, south and east has southeast between it, and then south and west has southwest between it, and then there is northwest. So these are the 4 directions: north, east, west, south, followed by the 4 another directions, that is northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. Now let's move to the second concept. Now the second concept is about the sunrise and the sunset. As we are already aware that the sun rises on the east, okay, and then it sets on the west side. Okay, so sometimes you might get the problem that it is stating that the person is walking towards the east, that is sunrise, and or he is walking towards the sunset point, so that is he is walking towards the west. And the second implication is that we all know whenever sun is behind us, for example that this is a person standing here, then if sun is on this side, then the shadow would be on this side. There might be some examples that would tell you that the shadow is in front of the person or in behind the person, and it is a morning time or evening time. Say for example it is morning, so morning the sun would be on the east side, sun is here, and if person is standing here, then his shadow would be on this particular side. This would be his shadow. So these are the basic concepts to understand the second concept of the sunrise and sunset and then shadow. Now let's move to the third concept. Now the third concept is focusing on the angles involved in the directions. So say for example this is again a direction, and this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. So the angle between the north and east is always 90 degrees, followed by 90 degrees for each angle. So these angles are 90 degrees, and whenever we are going to add another angle, that is the northeast, so it divides this angle into 45 degrees and 45 degrees. Similarly, this particular southeast is going to divide this into 45 and 45. So likewise this also divides this particular angle into 45 and 45, and this particular angle is also getting divided into 45 and 45. So this is the basic of the angles involved in the direction sense, and sum of this particular angles is 360 degrees. So that is 360 degrees. Now this is very important because sometimes you would get the problem that person is walking towards the east and then he turns 90 degree towards the right, or he turns 90 degree towards the left. So it would help you to understand exactly which direction he is facing. There might be a situation that you would be told that he is moving 45 degrees to the right. So you would get the basic understanding of the direction because of these angles. Now we have learned the 3 concepts. First one was we learned about the 8 directions, and then we learned about the concept of sun and shadow, and third we learned about the angles. Now let us look at few of the situations which can come in front of you. So the example can be like this particular example. A person is moving to the north, so you are going to draw a vertical line with the arrow. A person is moving to the north and then he takes a right turn. So please remember, if angle is not mentioned, then it would be by default a 90 degree angle. If they are saying the person is moving to the left, then it would be a 90 degree angle. But if they are saying that, for example, person is moving to the north and he turns right for the 45 degrees, so this would be the 45 degree angle. Okay, So if it is not mentioned, then by default it is 90 degrees. Now the next concept is about the movement in the clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. So as we all know that say take a example, this is a clock and this is a minute hand or a second hand. So it is moving in this direction, so this is a clockwise direction, and if it moves in the opposite direction, so that is anti-clockwise direction. So just understand that the clockwise direction is the direction in which particular handle of the watch moves. So let's take a look at the example here. So let's draw directions again. So this is north, this is south, east and west. So if a person moves in the anti-clockwise direction, then he would be moving in this particular direction. Okay, so if the problem is saying that person turns in the anti-clockwise direction, that is to the left of the person, and if the problem is stating that the person is turning in the clockwise direction, then it would be in this particular direction. So let's take a look at this example. A person is moving to the west, he is moving to the west, and now he turns in the anti-clockwise direction. So what does that mean? He is turning in the opposite direction of the watch. Okay, so we are aware that watch moves in this particular direction, so the person would be turning in the opposite direction. This is anti-clockwise. Another example, a person is moving to the east and he turns 90 degree in the clockwise direction. So we know that clock moves like this, so he would be facing this direction now. Another example, now two persons are moving to the north. This is first person, this is second person. One person turns 90 degree in the clockwise direction. So again we know clock moves like this, so this is the 90 degree, and another person who moves anti-clockwise, so this is the angle, because we know that the anti-clockwise is like this. So just remember your watch, look at your watch, the direction in which the second hand is moving is the clockwise and opposite of that is anti-clockwise. Now let's have a look at the another concept, that is identifying the left and right side. Now as we have seen that the clockwise direction is this particular direction and the anti-clockwise is opposite of this, so the left and right is also in this similar concept. So let me draw the diagram. This is north, this is south, this is east and this is west. So whenever I am facing towards the north, my right would be always in the clockwise direction. So remember that clock is always right. Clock is always right. So if I am facing the east side, then as we all know that clock is always right, so my right side would be on this particular side. If I am facing toward the south, then clock is always right and this particular side would be the right side. Okay, and similarly this particular side would be the right side whenever I am facing towards the west. So just remember that right side is the direction in which the clock is moving. So the clock is moving in the right direction, or clock is always right. Okay, so oppositely the left side would be the another side. So if I am facing north, this side would be the left. If I am facing the west, then this side would be the left. If I am facing the south, then this side would be the left, and if I am facing east, then this side would be the left. So this is the concept of the right and left. So if the clock is moving in this direction, then this is my right side, and then ultimately the opposite, that is anti-clockwise, is my left side. So hope so you got the hold of this particular concept of the left and right. Now the next concept is related to the geometry part. So for example, this is a triangle and there is one right angle here. So this is a right angle triangle. So we know that AC is the hypotenuse, that is hypotenuse. So we are very well aware that according to the Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So just remember this particular Pythagoras theorem, because we are going to use this particular Pythagoras theorem in the problem solving in certain cases. Now let's move to the next concept. Now next I would be taking you through the concept in which right and left and the correlation between this shadow would be explained to you. Now for example, if I am facing the north, so definitely this side would be the right because it is on the clockwise direction side, and this side would be the left. Now, if in the morning sun is rising, so sun is on this side, and if I am facing the north, then my shadow would be on this side. So this is my shadow when the sun is on this side. So I will name this situation as 1. So shadow is on this side, and in the evening when the sun is on this side, this is the second situation, so my shadow would be on this side, on my right side. So this is the second situation. So remember, whenever sun is on the east and I am facing towards the north, my shadow would be on my left side, and opposite to that, my shadow would be on the right side when the sun is on the west and I am facing the north. This is very basic concept. And what if the sun is above my head? So there would be no shadow. If the sun is above my head, there would be no shadow. Now another example, I am facing south. Now my right would be in the clockwise direction. So this is my right and this would be my left. Now sun is on this side. So ultimately my shadow would be here. Got it? Now I will not number it, just it is a basic understanding. If sun is on the east, I am facing south, my shadow is on this direction. Now if sun moves here, then definitely my shadow would be on this side. And if sun is above my head, then there would be no shadow. Similarly, if I am facing east, so this is my right and this is my left. So if sun is here, then shadow would be behind me. Shadow would be behind me. And if I am facing west and sun is here, then shadow would be in front of me because I am facing on this side, in front of me. Similarly, if sun is on the west side and I am facing the east, then shadow would be in front of me. So this is front of me. And if I am facing west and the sun is on the west, so shadow would be behind me. So these are all imaginary things. You should just imagine that for example, you are facing west. Just imagine as if you are looking towards the Mumbai on this side, and the sun is on the Kolkata side, this particular side. So definitely your shadow would be on this particular side. But slowly when sun moves here in this west direction towards Mumbai, your shadow will definitely move to this direction. So these are all basic imaginary things which you should be able to imagine very quickly within a second of reading the statement, and we would be solving multiple problems to get you understand these particular concepts. Now let's have a look at some of the scenarios here. This is the first scenario. Ram is facing towards the south and turns 45-degree anti-clockwise. So Ram is facing south. South is in the downward direction, as we already know. And then he moves 45-degree in the anti-clockwise direction. So we are aware that clock would be moving in this direction. So anti-clockwise would be this direction. And 45-degree would be this angle. Okay, so this is the scenario. So where is Ram facing now? He is facing in the southeast direction, because we know if this is south, then this is east, this is north, and this is west. So let's have a look at next scenario. Jay is facing towards the west. So we are all aware that west is on this side because Bombay is on this side. So western culture is prevalent in Bombay. So this is the west side. And it's morning. So morning, it means that sun is on the east side. This is the east side. So sun is here, and where would his shadow lie? So we are aware that if some person is facing towards the west, so the shadow would be lying in front of him. So say for example, person is standing here and he is facing this west direction, then his shadow would be lying in this particular side. So his shadow would be lying in front of him. Now this is the another scenario. Jay is facing towards the east and his shadow is in front of him. This is his shadow. It is in front of him. Is it afternoon or morning? So definitely the sun is behind him. So it is afternoon time, because morning sun is on the east and during afternoon sun is on the west. Now let's have a look at another scenario. Raj is facing south. Okay, so he is facing south and there is no shadow, and there is no shadow. So we have seen one situation when the sun is above the head of the person, then there is no shadow. Sun is above the head of person. So what time it is? It is approximately noon time. So 12 noon. If this option comes, then this is your right answer, 12 noon. Now Raj is again facing towards the north and he turns 180 degree clockwise. So clockwise is this direction. So first 90 degrees and then another 90 degrees. Now where is he facing now? He is facing towards the south. He is facing towards the south. Now next scenario, Raj is facing towards the north and then he turns to his right. Now we are aware that this person is facing north, then his right side would be on the direction where the clock is moving. So clock is always right, as I have earlier told you. So this particular direction is the right side and this would be the left side. So he turns to the right, and whenever the degree is not mentioned, then it is 100% considered as a 90 degree angle. So he moves 90 degrees to the right. So now where he is facing? He is facing east. He is facing east direction. Now Raj is facing north. Great. And he turns to his left, so degree is not mentioned again. And now we have seen that right is on this side, left is on this side. So this particular side he is turning and the angle is not mentioned, though we have to consider it as 90 degree. So he is facing towards the west now. Now Raj is facing south. So whenever a person is facing south, so we have to consider a clock again to identify the right and left. Now clock would be moving in this direction. So this is the right side and this is the left side. Now he turns to the left. So that is your 90 degree angle. So where is he facing now? He is facing east side. Now Raj is facing south. Now he turns 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means in this direction. So where is he facing now? Again east. He is facing towards the east. So these were the few scenarios, and next we will be looking at some of the problems, the basic problems for the directions. Now let's have a look at the examples, but before moving ahead, just revise the three important concepts. First of all, be aware of all the directions, so north, south, east and west, and then subsequently this is southeast, this is southwest, this is northeast, and this is northwest. And then after that, the concept of clockwise and anti-clockwise. So clockwise direction is this particular direction, this is clockwise direction. So this is clockwise, this is clockwise, this direction is clockwise, and this direction is clockwise. And ultimately opposite to this particular would be anti-clockwise. So this direction is anti-clockwise. And for the right and left concept, whenever we are moving in the direction of the clock, the right would be on that particular side, and opposite to that would be the left side. So these are the basic concepts we should remember. And let's start with the problem. Joe is facing towards the south. Okay, I will just read, and as I read I will continue drawing it. Joe is facing towards the south, so he is facing towards the south, and then he turns 45 degree anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise is this direction, anti-clockwise. See, I have drawn here, this is anti-clockwise, so this is anti-clockwise. Now he moves 45 degrees. So now he is facing south east. Okay, so let's go ahead. He turns 45 degrees, so we have drawn that. He turns again 180 degree in the anti-clockwise direction. Now he turns again in the 180 degree. So if 180 degree, so this is the right angle, so 90, and again 90. So this is 180 degree. He turns in the 180 degree in the anti-clockwise fashion. So we have moved in the anti-clockwise fashion. Got it? So now currently he is facing in the northwest. Now he turns 270 degree clockwise. Now he is going to move clockwise. So clockwise would be in this particular direction. This direction would be the clockwise direction. So again, now he is facing in this particular direction. So 270 can be divided into three parts, that is 90 plus 90 plus 90. So first 90 is this one, second 90 is this one, and third 90 would be the right angle for this particular. So this is the third 90. So now he is facing in this direction, that is southwest. So which direction is he facing? He is facing in the southwest direction. So this is your correct answer. The third option, C, southwest. So it is clear for you. Let's move ahead to the second problem. Morris is facing north. Morris is facing north. So let's draw the diagram, and this is Morris and he is facing north and walks 10 kilometer. and walks 10 kilometers. Okay, so let's assume that it starts from this particular point and he moves to the north. So he has moved 10 kilometers. Now he turns 270-degree anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise is this direction, and we know that 270 is 90 plus 90 plus 90. So first 90 is this, second 90 would be this, and third 90 would be this. So he has moved first 90, then second 90, then third 90. So he is facing in this direction now. So this is his second position. Now he walks for 15 kilometers. So this is 15 kilometers. Now he again turns. Now he is standing here and he turns 45-degree clockwise. So he would be moving in the clockwise direction. Okay, so he is facing in this direction. Now he would be turning 45-degree. So for example, he was facing here, then this would be the 45-degree angle. Now he moves 25 kilometers ahead also. 25 kilometers ahead. So he is facing in this particular direction and he is moving 25 kilometers. So which direction he is facing now? So ultimately, if we are clear with the figure, that we can see that he is facing in the southeast direction. So our southeast, that is D option, is correct. So let's move to the next problem. Now Mary is walking towards southwest for 15 miles. So southwest would be definitely facing south and west. So this is the southwest, and Mary walks for the 15 miles. Then she turns right. So she is turning right. So this is the direction, turning right, and walks for another 10 miles. She then turns 90 degrees clockwise, and walks for 10 miles again. And then she turns left and walks for 30 miles. So if your direction sense is clear, you can see that this particular direction is northwest direction. She is facing towards the northwest. So this is the correct answer. D is your correct answer. Let's move ahead. So let's have a look at next problem. Maria walked 30 meters towards the north. So this is the first line. So Maria walked for the 30 meters. So this is 30. Then she turned right and walked for 40 meters. So she turned right and walked for 40 meters. She then turned right again and walked for 45 meters. So she is turning right again and walking for the 45 meters. So this distance is 45. She turns left and walks for the 25 meters. So this is 25. And finally she again turns left and walks for the 15 meter. So this is the end point. So this was the start point and this was the end point. We have to find the distance between start and the end. So this is very simple problem, how far she is from the starting position. So we have to just calculate the distance between this point and this point. So we are aware that this is a right angle, this is also a right angle. So ultimately this intersection also becomes a right angle, and this also becomes a right angle. So this is 40. This particular distance becomes 40. And this particular side also, this is 15, and this is 25. So this also is a rectangle with all right angles. So the distance is 40 plus 25, that is 65. So B is our correct answer. So let's move to the next problem. A boy walks 12 kilometers towards the east. So he is walking towards the east and he has traveled 12 kilometers. He turned 90 degree clockwise. So he turns 90 degree clockwise and walks for 20 kilometers. So he is walking for 20 kilometers. So this is 20 kilometers. Now he turns right and walked for 33 kilometers. Now he is turning right this side and he is walking for 33 kilometers. So how far is he from the starting point? So we have to find out the distance between this point and this point. So this is again a problem which can be solved by drawing a rectangle. So just draw a straight line with the right angle here. So this is right angle, this is right angle, this is also right angle, and this is also right angle. So this is a rectangle. So this side becomes 20 and this side becomes 12. Now this complete side is 33 and this is 12, this particular side. Then this remaining side would be 21. Okay, now just name them as a triangle A, B, C. So we know that according to the Pythagoras theorem, AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. Now here AC is 21. So 21 square plus BC is 20. So 20 square. So this becomes 441 plus 400, that is 841, and ultimately AB comes out to be 29. You should be thorough with your squares to solve this problem rapidly. There is another video tutorial for the squares. You can refer the channel and learn the square methods. So this is our answer, B, 29. So let's have a look at next problem. A car travels 25 kilometers towards the south from a garage. So for example, if here is garage, then car is traveling to the south, that is this direction, and it travels 25 kilometers. Now it turns to the left and travel 30 kilometers. So if it is facing south, okay, so the left side would be this side. So it travels 30 kilometers and then turns right and travels 15 kilometers. So it turns right again and travels 15 kilometers. So how far is it from the garage, in which direction? So we have to find how far it is from the starting point and in which direction. So we can see this is this direction, and that ultimately is southeast. So this is facing in the southeast. So option A and option C are automatically ruled out. Now next we have to find out the distance between this particular point, let it name as A, and let this point be C. So we have to find out the distance between A and C. So what we have to do, that we have to convert this into a complete triangle. Okay, this is 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees, and this is 90 degrees. So we have converted it into the complete triangle. Now this is a rectangle, this side is 30, so this side also becomes 30, and this side is 15, so this side also becomes 15. So we have a right angle triangle in which AC, we have to find out the AC, and according to the Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. And here we are having the information, that is 25 plus 15 is AB. So this is 25 plus 15, 40, that is 40 square, plus BC square. What is BC? BC is 30 square. So it is 1600 plus 900. It comes out to be 2500. So our answer is 50 kilometers, because square root of 2500 is 50. So this is our answer. So let's move to the next problem. Martin walked 13 meters towards the south from his gym. So let this place be his gym, and he walks 13 meters towards the south, 13 meters. Now he turns left and walked 10 meters. Now he is facing south, so left would be ultimately this side. So he walks 10 meters. He took a left turn and walked 5 meters. Now he again took a left turn because he is facing on this particular side. Then this side would be his left, and he moves 5 meters. So this line should be a shorter. I will just trim it. So he moves 5 meters. So this is 5 meters. And then he turns right and walked for the 5 meters again. So he turns right and walks for the 5 meters again. So how far he is from gym? So we have to find out this particular angle. Okay, so just join this straight line here at the right angle. So this side is 5, so this side also becomes 5, and ultimately this complete side is 13, so this particular side becomes 13 minus 5, that is 8. So we have a triangle again here, gym, let it name as A, then this particular point, name it as B and C. So this is a triangle, and we have to find out AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So this is the problem, and we have to solve this. So AB is 8 square from here, and BC, now we have to find out BC. So we know this is 5, and this particular is a rectangle, so this and these are congruent, so this is 10, so 10 plus 5, 15. So BC is 15 square. 8 square 64, 15 square is 225. If you add it, you get 289, and your answer is 17. So this is your correct answer, 17 southeast. Let's move to the next problem. One morning after sunrise, Joe was standing facing a pole. Okay, it is morning, so it is a sunrise, so sun is on the east side. So what exactly I want to tell you here is that shadow would be on this west side. Okay, sun is here, so shadow would be on this side. the shadow of the pole fell exactly to his right. Now what they are saying, that if the sun is on this side, then shadow is on this side, and this is the right side of the Joe. So to which direction he is facing? So for example, if he is facing towards the north, then his right direction would be this. Clock is moving in this direction, so this would be the right side. Clock is moving in this direction, so this would be the right side. So he is not facing the north. Now assume he is facing the south, so his right side would be this, because clock moves in this direction and this is the direction of the right side. So he is facing towards the south. So this is our solution. Let's move to the next point. James and Henry are standing facing each other at 8 a.m. So they are telling us that two people are facing each other at 8 a.m. That means sun is here. So definitely shadow would be falling on this side. Shadow would be falling on this side. Now as per the situation, one person is facing north, that is upwards, and another is facing south, and both are facing each other. Okay, so we have assumed that one person is here who is facing north, other person who is facing south, and both are facing each other. Now for this person, his particular right side would be this side, and for this particular person, his right side would be this side. So for this person, if the shadow is on the right side, then this person is definitely Henry, and he is facing towards the south. So our question is, to which direction James is facing? James is facing north direction. So James is facing the north direction. Let's move to the next point. Next question. So this is the next question. Prince was standing facing to the pole at 1:48 p.m. That is afternoon. So during afternoon, shadow would be on this side. Prince was standing facing to the pole at 1:48 p.m. and shadow of the pole fell towards his right. Shadow was falling towards his right. To which direction was Prince facing? So if for example he was facing north, then his right side is this one, and shadow is on this side. So he is definitely facing towards the north. So these are the problems, basic problems for the direction sense, and hope so you have got the hint of exactly what is going to be asked in the basic questions of the exam. There are few questions which are in the form of puzzles, and there would be a separate video for that. But before that, revise this particular video, revise this concept. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment box. I would be happy to clear your doubts. So happy learning, students. See you in the next topic of the logical reasoning.